Hello, everybody. Let's see. Hello, Christian Man for the Emperor. Yes. Hello, Hayden. Hello, Zalin. Hello, Orange. Hello, Midwest. Yep, long time no see. Hello, John. How's everyone doing on this fine Friday night? I just realized I have the brightness on my camera a bit too high. Yes, it is time to paint the big nut of Dread from Saturnine. After having it for almost half a year, it is time to finally paint it. Put paint to plastic. Just some painting. Nice. Yeah, also, for those that don't know, the meme is dead. The redneck wet palette is no longer being used. Oh yes, and congratulations on being a greedy bastard, David, and getting first, second, and third. You greedy son of a bitch! Yes, no longer is the redneck wet palette being used. But so I need to now close this up because I'm actually not going to be using this yet tonight. I will be using the hard palette. Baba Booey. Hello, Tony. How you doing? The reason I'm excited is because tomorrow's her birthday. Well, nice. Happy early birthday. Mine is in 8 days. Probably not gonna do a birthday stream because I've already got too much stuff I'm doing on my birthday. I'm going to probably just make the Friday before the birthday stream. Why is it not closing? The only thing I don't like about this thing is a pain in the ass to close it. Yucky. Let's see. I need to remember where is my recipe book, because that tells me all the colors I use for Horus Heresy Dank Angels. A Dark Angel. You need some more Warhammer? Midwest maybe. Me not so much. There's nothing really that I want Warhammer related. Stone color, smoke, green, lion armor, green, dark angels, contrast. That is not the right thing. Hello, Corn. How you doing? Thank you for the 25 months. Let's fucking go. 26 months. Yes, Warhammer, man. Long time no see. That's Custodes. I might actually have to watch my old video and then write down everything in here. Probably should do that real quick. Yeah, Ickbard also isn't going to be here because he has been hit with the dreaded job application. He'll probably be here in an hour or 30 minutes or so. Damn, I have not watched... That video is like years old. Shit. What? Did I ever do I think it's just... Yeah, it's just this video that's like 3 years old. Holy shit, that is an old video. I already know I use Mephiston red. I use Celestra gray. Okay, that's what I need to use. Where is my Warhammy pen? Hello, yes, hail tabletop temporarily. Any technically as your boss. What do you mean, my boss? You ain't my boss. What? Lester Gray. A write-up? What do you mean? What do you mean that's a write-up? And then... A... off... whacked. And then... red, gotta do that is... that one is Mephiston, if I remember correctly. Let me just reference my own video. Carabok Crimson, that's what I used. I swear I changed it. I'm pretty sure I did. What's happening right now? Right now I'm writing down the colors I need for my record keeping for when I paint Dark Angels. Well, just when I paint anything, really. In case anyone ever asks. Because I frequently forget what I use. Is a notebook a good idea for a lot of model painting? Yes, it is. How do I read that? You don't, because it's my own handwriting. But yeah, a notebook is a good idea if you want to remember recipes for certain things. Like, I have recipes for when I paint the bone colors I like for cloaks. I have green armor that I do, like the lion's armor, although that's just a GW article. Smoke that color, green flames, all that kind of stuff. Like, I have this, I have my Custodes recipe. Archarodons was pretty straight. Oh no, it was pretty straightforward, so I didn't really bother. It was just 2 colors. My Psy Titan. When I painted the Bull Shark, Skeletor. I think that's the last thing I wrote down for the recipe. I probably should have written down the recipe for this, but I mean, this one is also stupidly simple because it's just the only purple colors right now that Duncan Rhodes has. Yeah, that's my recipe book. And yes, it is a Boeing recipe book. What do you think they're going to get during the real show? David actually made a bingo board for that, so we're thinking they're finally going to show us the female Custodes is what's going to happen. Finally going to see those. Probably plastic dreadnoughts if I'd have to hazard a guess. Weird hieroglyphs. Yeah, I just realized also, I am out of water, so I will be right back. If only the Icarus Bard was here to entertain, but give me like a minute, and I'll be right back, and then we start the painting. Okay, I have returned and I have water. Ooh. Let's see. 95 minutes and he's gone. Shut up. You shut it, David. Very quiet. Not really, but have you heard of... No, I have not. Better audio than the last one. Oh yeah, the audio from the last reveal stream was ass. Wait, do you have that on the bingo list? The bingo, David? Are you gonna add that to the bingo? I feel like that should be on the bingo. Okay, I have to clean this. Well, I should, but I don't have to because I have the army painter one, but I should clean it out too because I already got shit in it that needs to be cleaned out. But I'll do that eventually. I have technical issues. Ah, okay, that works. That also works. Okay, so that's not gonna be that. Dark aluminum, no. I gotta figure out which color I want to use. Probably steel is for that, and then I remember correctly I used silver for the trim. Yeah, silver for the trim, steel for the skeleton. How many dreadnoughts are you painting tonight? Just one. You bought Festus, nice. Put these away, and then also I'm going to move my gotta move these guys because I don't want to get any paint spatter on them. Splatter. Ugh. Yeah, move all these guys, little neuraloids, even though there's tokens. still had to put in the effort to paint them like I do when I also have to paint Watchers in the Dark. Always put in the maximum effort when painting. Just the one. Yes, just the one, because it takes me a long time to paint stuff. But I do already have 2 painted Leviathans, a Dorito, and a Contemptor. And then after that, I have 4 40k Dreadnoughts to paint. I have to paint a Ballistus, a Brutalis, Bjorn Bjornsson, and a Death Company Dreadnought. Okay, so I guess starting with metallics, I should paint the parts that have the most metallics on them, which is going to be the body. It's going to be the body like this. Although I'm probably going to paint this part right here a different color. Same with that, but we'll figure this out as we go. Any tips on painting? I have a Night Lord to paint and I suck at painting. Well, first things first, you gotta practice is the thing. And also have a decent brush for base coating and a nice brush for highlighting. You want to have your workhorse brush and then you want to have your fancy brush. Get good. That's a little bit too harsh. Although you spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be G-I-T-G-U-D. Get good. I have an entire army to paint. Okay, so do you want to batch paint, or do you want your HQs to look nicer, or do you want your like basic to look normal? Because if you want them all to look about the same, you could try batch painting. I paint in parallel a lot, so that's why I ask. I mean, you can do however you want. Everyone has their own painting styles. Like for me, I paint either one large model or a squad and I alternate. So that way I don't get burned out. Because it's a lot more fun than painting 30 Space Marines that all look the same. I did that like a year into me painting Space Marines and I hated it afterwards. I hated it so much. It was not fun. Okay. Ah, shit. Where's the... Here's the glove. But yeah, find like the painting process that works best for you. Because what I do might not work like great for everyone else. Like some people do better at batch painting. I don't like batch painting. And some people just have fun, take their time, choose whatever the hell you have to paint. But that's honestly like the best advice. Paint what you want to paint. Because if you just paint for the sake of, oh, I have to paint this for the game next week, or I have to paint this for my army, like right now, then you're not going to have fun at all. It's honestly better to have fun than to suffer painting something you're not going to have fun painting. Okay, so I'm probably just going to put that much right there. And then time to start base coating. So let's see. So I guess I'm just gonna start putting paint to plastic. Throw caution to the wind. That might actually be a bit too dark. Yeah, that's a bit too dark. Darn. Get better at painting is watching others and doing more painting yourself. Yeah. Fuck. Damn it. I just remembered. I gotta get a paper towel too. I'll be right back again. Got to grab a paper towel. Ugh. Okay, that's good. Have a paper towel to put stuff on. Whoops. Bumped my desk. The process is hating what I did and redoing it. I'm still deciding what armor to do. Doing Night Lords, but I'm indecisive. You just gotta find what you like, honestly. It took me a while to decide I wanted to paint Dark Angels. But I eventually decided on Dark Angels. Just like I said, it took like a month or two. Okay, yeah, I think that is a bit too dark. Darn. Oh yeah, that is way, way, way too dark. Not using steel. Where's one of my other metallics? Let's see. Probably. I want to say dark aluminum. Helldrake, and in the middle of painting it, I have switched armies. Well, the thing is, too, for a Helldrake, you could also kind of. You can paint it as a normal, like how GW paints the Helldrake. Who lost without the help? Shut up, David. You shut the front door. I'm just trying to remember what colors I use. Dark aluminum might be too bright, might be too dark also. A little bit experimenting. Nope, dark aluminum is what I'm gonna use. It's just bright enough, and also like just. It's like it's the shade of lead belcher, which is what I wanted. It's the better lead belcher. Really just like molecules outside cleaner 60% acid block. I'll strip it down to plastic, soaking it for a bit also works though. It melts super glue. I mean, it's honestly better that it melts the super glue, because then you can sub-assemble stuff to make your life easier for painting. Well, at least that's just my opinion. Because I sub-assemble all my stuff, as you can probably tell. Because the Dreadnought is not in one piece, it's in multiple. That's another thing too. Honestly, you should sub-assemble large models, because then you can hit all the little like crevices and stuff, or just any model in general. Sub-assemblies are usually a better idea. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, so probably what I'm gonna have to do is, well, I am gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to paint this part and then wait, should that be? I need to look at it, because I think this part right here should probably be black, because that's like the top of the carapace. Like, I know the front panels are gonna be black. Yeah, this top part should be black. Let me stop painting that. This part can be silver though. And then I've also, well, I'm gonna also paint it how GW paints their Dark Angels Dreadnoughts, which is where one half of the panel on the leg is going to be yeah. What was I saying? Oh yes, I'm not gonna paint a part and then freehand the chaos. Shut up, David. I'm not gonna freehand chaos star on it. I'm gonna freehand the checkers on it though, if that's what you're asking. The thing I built model tanks somewhere sub-assemblies. Yeah. Oh wait, that part should be black. Should these parts that I just painted silver also be black? I think they should be. Dang it. Damn it! I just painted a bunch of parts I didn't need to paint. But yes, I probably should have looked how GW painted some of this thing, so that way I can get a good idea of what needs to be what color for the skeleton. I know this part should be silver. Well, usually these parts are silver. I wonder, do I want to try and do like a red glow inside of the exhaust? Because I haven't done that before, and it's a good time to learn. Checkers, Chaos Star, either way, still traded. Shut up, David. Yo, shut up. It is not a chaos. It is not chaos. It is not chouse. For the chainsword on my Grey Hunter, should I paint them the same or different units? Well, I mean, you should probably paint them the same because then it's less of a headache when you have to paint multiple different colors. It's like the acronym. Keep it simple, stupid. Always keep stuff simple because then it's a lot easier to paint. Easier when stuff is simple. Because it's less of a pain in the ass too to paint. OSL would be cool. Yes, it would be cool, but I don't have an airbrush set up. Plus, also, like, I'm not a fan, like, of OSL in certain situations. Here's that color. Andy, you're getting a lot of new people in the Discord. Yes, I know, because I advertised for the, I advertised on the community tab of YouTube that I'm doing that stream on the 21st. That's why. I'm pretty sure not like 90% of them are just gonna leave after the stream too. That's usually how it goes. Don't censor my shield. I'm not gonna. I didn't censor it last time. If anything, these pipes can be painted silver. Way to do it on YouTube with dry brush and wet oil paints. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be fun going back and painting this with painting it black again. Also, it's always easier just to paint the silver first, or the metallics, I mean. Easier to repaint the metallics than it is to repaint, like, your actual color. Okay. That means that part's gonna be silver. Yep. Okay. Can't wait to try out oil washes. Yeah. Okay. Ugh. Okay, dokie. I'm also got the in-between, like, coats. Or like every couple, like, coats, I'm gonna have to go back and hit it with some, whatchamacallit. I'm gonna need to rinse the brush. Because getting metallics caked on this brush is not fun. Or just any brush for that matter. I recommend getting some quick dry oil paint thinner. Just make sure it's not the kind that gave Bob Ross cancer. Rest in peace, Bob Ross. And screw the people that own the rights to Bob Ross. They're assholes. That's why you never buy official Bob Ross merch. because none of that profit goes to Bob Ross's estate from the merchandise. Cancer. Yes. Can't remember which one it was he passed from, but I know it was, I think it was from like people, they're saying it was because of the result of the paint thinner he used. What should I paint the chainsaw or rip Bob Ross painting themes to the world of God now? I don't know. What color do you want to paint them is the thing. I mean, I don't know how Night Lord's chainswords are supposed to look. But that would be your first guess on how to paint them. Wait, should that be black? Dang it! Can I double it and give it to the next person? What the hell, David? What the hell, man? That should also... Darn. So I guess only the sides should be silver, I guess. Space Wolves, not Light Lord, so I can go... Yeah. You could. Again, like I said, how you paint your stuff is all up to you. Like, this is... How the hell am I gonna... Like, what colors need to be... Like, which parts need to be what color? Because the part of me is like, oh, this entire thing should be silver. And the other part of me is like, not. I need to go check GW's website. Saturn Dreadnought. Oh yeah, I was right. Not a lot of it. Not a lot of it is silver, surprisingly. That kind of makes my life easier, though. Like, a lot easier. Well, okay then. Alrighty. Lack of gray details, yeah. Oh, shit. I also gotta be careful because of the iron halo that I put on it, too. The little custom one. So this part needs to be silver. These parts right here also need to be silver. Triangular. What's the first one? Metallic. Okay, yeah, that's good. Wait, no, that part needs to be silver too. I'm better. I'm here. What did I miss? Nothing really. Didn't really miss much. Just talked about stuff. Oh yeah, how was everyone's New Year? Nobody got blackout drunk, right? Okay, so this part can be silver. This part can be silver. It should be silver. That part should be silver right there too. Maybe maybe that, yeah, this part should be silver. Yeah, another thing you can do is if you're not sure how to paint something is just look at how GW painted it. And you can get like a sort of like a little guideline, not really a guideline, but like a helpful hint on how stuff's painted. Can't drink in 70 days though. Oh, okay. Going back and forth is fun. Not really. Probably gonna repaint that too. Hello Murph, how you doing? Dang it, I painted a lot of this, the back of this, what shouldn't have been colored that. Damn it! Basically, these parts did not need to be painted. Well, this part right here didn't. Well, I have learned from my mistakes. Paint currently drying. Hello, GHB, how you doing? You gotta in between right here to make these fully coated. Well, yes, the Vallejo Metal Color Airs are very nice. Sometimes some of them don't really coat that well and you gotta do multiple. Although what's nice is you don't have to thin it though. It's already pre-thinned for you. Place some SCL files for Helldiver, Statue, Crisis Suits, some Stealth Suits for Tau. Nice. But chipper today. Well, I mean, because I'm just painting something new. Usually what happens when a painting project goes on for too long, I start not wanting to do it anymore. Painting the same thing over such a long time does get boring. Which is why when I do start painting the Warlord Titan or the Knight sometime this year, I'm gonna have to be like swapping off of them every now and then because it's gonna get boring real fast painting all those models. Purple sight. How do you find it? Well, I mean, that is the answer for where to find a lot of questionable, totally not GW models on the internet. Very, very, like, familiar models, but not those models. You know, like greater good invisibility suits. What else? Jimmy Space Marines. The Omega Marines. You know, just like Warhammer, but not Warhammer. Prove the God purple. It's very awesome. GW Crisis Suits are expensive. I mean, everything GW is expensive. The brand new box of the Assault Terminators cost $69. Nice. But not nice, too. And then also the new Cataphracti Terminators. The old box you used to get 10 for $90. Now you only get 5 for what? I think also $69. Nice. And Terminator's at $75. Yeah, GW pricing is dumb. Well, JV pricing has always been dumb. She is right. The new metallics are great. With the TMM. Which gold set? Oh, the true metallic metal. Oh, yeah. I want to get those. I want to get those. I'm waiting for my local game store to get some because they carry a lot of Vallejo stuff. I'm sorry. Vallejo. As that one person said years ago. Or screw it, I'll just call it Vallejo. The nerve to come into my stream and say I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, even though it was friggin' founded in New Jersey. To not help much, Vallejo paints are pretty solid. Yeah. Yep, it is New Jersey. There isn't the little squiggly mark for for Spanish there. Whatever the heck it's called. Dang it, there's a microfiber right here that needs to be taken care of. Okay, there we go. Microfiber taken care of. Need to rinse my paintbrush with both isopropyl alcohol and water. Okay, let's see. Where's my isopropyl alcohol? There it is. Is that paintball right there for it? This one. Yes, what is everyone working on tonight? Oh. We gotta also keep track of time because I have to go to Choo Choo Train Club tomorrow. Yippee! Any paints you like to recommend? Yes. Vallejo, Metal Color, Air, and apparently the True Metallics now. And then also Two Thin Coats. Duncan Road's Two Thin Coats. Those are really good paints. Painting 2 nights and building the 3rd. Nice. What paints did you use on your asthma dye? So what I used was, well, I can just check my book. Book. Suspicious book. Oh, it's right here. Just check my painting book. So, let's see. So what I used for asthma dye, what I used for his cloak was, looks like I used Morghast Bone, skeleton, washed with skeleton horde, highlighted with, well, stippled with Morghast Bone, and then Ushabti Bone. And then the green for the cloak, Caliban Green, Dark Angels Contrast, 1 to 8 mixture of 1 to 8 mixture of Dark Angels Contrast, so 1 part Dark Angels Contrast, and then 8, like, basically 1 drop Contrast, 8 drops of Lamian Medium. Then I stippled it with Caliban Green, then a 50-50 mixture of Caliban Green and Warpstone, and then a final stippling of Warpstone. And then, let's see. For the smoke for Asmodai, Carcharodon's Gray washed with Wizard Gray highlighted with Carcharodon's Gray. Those are the colors I used. Chapel Horus almost finished an armor. Nice. Yeah, it's only that part's silver. Not much of this is silver. Oh, damn it. That part needs to be green, black too. Fuck. So that part this entire space right here that's silver needs to be black. It's just these parts right here need to be silver. Ugh. Damn it. Why? Got an 8 deal. And Mostly because I don't know when I'll get a chance to get back on the show, War Dogs. Well, I mean, it's your child, right? Because if so, then congratulations on being a Faja. You know what to do, right? Once they're old enough, you got to give them the choice. You got to line up all your miniatures. You got to line up all your miniatures, and they have to make a choice. Well, actually, no. You just got to line up a Loyalist Space Marine and Chaos Space Marine. You just got to line that up. See what their choice is. It's like Libra in Elden Ring Night Rain. Make your choice. That reminds me, I need to see when the Everdark doggos go back up for rotate through for the Everdark rotation. I think that's still the only Everdark boss I have not beaten is the Everdark doggos. Dark Angels, Krieg, Embers, Trolls, and Space Souls. Hopefully get to them. Like I said, you gotta have them make their choice. Is that part also... Okay, so I see which parts are silver. Or just the skeleton color. The color of the structural parts. Also, Tomb World kill team, she can pick Necrons or Deathwatch. She got options, yeah. Many options. This is gonna be a pain in the ass now with this in the way. I reckon I'll just leave that part silver, yeah. Probably do just that. Entire thing, so unless is it actually the entire thing silver? Fingers crossed for not Emperor's Children reasons. Well, here's the thing. That means you just gotta get the bugs. You gotta get the safe choice bug. Because for some reason that's the army that a lot of women like is bug. Bug is always a safe bet. Okay, that's good. That's got its silver. Brilliant, an excuse. Yes. Yes, totally an excuse. Come here. Come here, foam block. This one. And then these ones. Yeah. These ones. Give parts, please. I probably should have left these on, actually. Now it's going to be a lot harder to paint them. Oh yes, and these parts too. Those are silver also. There's other parts on here that are silver, but not much of it is silver, so I'm just getting the ones that are 90% silver. You're welcome for the brilliant excuse. Okay. These parts is going to be difficult too. Those parts are going to be hard to do because I didn't want to glue them onto the plasma because I knew it would be a pain in the ass to actually paint the plasma if I left these little bars on. Grab irons. That's why I left them off. Sub-assemblies, woo. Just join, what are you painting? I'm painting the big nut of Saturnine, a Saturnine Dreadnought, and welcome. Welcome, Chase. You reveal new custodians, I'm using that voucher on them. Yeah, David, all I will say is that it was close. I have a great tyranny list that's really doing my wall. Will implode. I'm gonna implode myself. Be maxing up my Termagants in battle line and adding a few other buffing units. I will say if I did it in 3 hours. Okay. Tokyo is definitely gonna take a couple. What is that? Jellyfish, hello. Oh yes, another thing too is that the metal color air paints are also pretty good for dry brushing. You're at work right now? Oh, okay. Both you and Ikbard have been afflicted with the job application. And I'm building right now, but your VODs will be referenced when I learn to paint. Yeah. What you building? Ugh. All the jobs, yes. I am the only one that has not been affected by the dreaded job application yet, unfortunately. I watched a 2-hour video today, want to know what it was about. What? Was it the Second Punic War? Was it that? Grey Knights? Nice. Oh, wait, David. That's another thing that could get added to the bingo. Grey Knights refresh. Thank you for reminding me, and sorry, Anbu. Because if they get refreshed, oof. You're really gonna make me redo that bingo card? No, I won't. You don't need to redo it. No, sorry, Lil. Yeah, I'm holding off on buying Grey Knights until I know if they get a refresh or not for 11th edition. Because I just want a squad of Grey Knights Terminators. Handy is being a tyrant, typical. What do you mean I'm being a tyrant? I ain't being a tyrant. I'll have you know I am a generous king. My backup may become salamanders when sets become available. A cool person definitely would recommend the video. Demon Hunters, I gotta make a kill team at least. Yeah, same. That's my reasoning too. Played Chaos Gate, so I gotta do it. Also, fun fact. One of my friends actually works for the studio that makes Chaos Gate. So he's working on stuff he can't tell us. Sequel? I don't know. He can't tell us anything. All he said is he's working on stuff for GW. That's it. There's NDA, of course. Plus, also, I say give it a few months and Valrak will know what it is. You have to do this in parts. Because Valrak gets all the leaks. I don't have the network that he does. Although I do not want to get hit by GW's lawyers. Do you see who the new video is about? No. What? He's actually right most of the time. Yes, I know he's right most of the time because he has insiders. That's why. He has insider information. Because he is the Warhammer news guy. He's secretly a GW agent. Building up hype for Warhammer. How do you think he has so much of the Averland Sunset? Is it Averland Sunset? The old, like, GW shade paint. He is the insider, yeah. Foil Rack is just a persona to make you think make us think that he doesn't have insider information, but he does. Carl Gustav Elmennerheim, line of Finland. Interesting. Okay. I can tell you cutting mat has been well loved. Look at that paint. Yes. I have had it for 5 years. I eventually need to replace it. I will eventually. Probably what I'll do, because I need a new one for when I film stuff. Because I also do make the YouTube videos too. Probably what I will be doing is I will buy a new one and then move this old one into the garage for my soldering projects. I'll use it. No, it's mine. Fun fact, he almost became the King of Finland. Dictator power twice. When you say Finland, all I can think of is SpongeBob with Patrick going, Finland! Okay, so we gotta paint these parts silver. And then the rest of the skeleton, well, the legs, part of them are silver. Oh. Damn it. Well. Well, these parts in here are just going to be vaguely painted silver. They can't really get in there. Warhammer is pretty cheap. What do you mean pretty cheap? Compared to other hobbies, yes, but for tabletop war games, hell no. Damn, boo. Hello, Lark. How you doing? Oh, in the UK. Yeah, that's because they don't. Everyone outside of the UK, mainly the US and Australia and New Zealand, we're paying the rebellion tax. But hey, at least we don't get arrested for saying things on the internet. Common UKL. Rip bozos. Hey. And use a cool because communism is bad and shitty, yes. Unless I buy another set for a minimum 2 months. Don't have enough cheese for that. At least we can own firearms too, yes. America, we're able to own freedom seed dispensers. Planting the seeds of freedom. America.
You dare to refuse my patrol?
Yes. I believe the English had an entire civil war over if they shouldn't or shouldn't have a monarchy. When the parliament side won out, they immediately reinstated the monarch. Funny. Getting arrested for praying in your house, another calling UKL, yeah. Who or what is Imgur? Oh, Imgur is a image hosting website. I did not know Imgur was banned in the UK. That's funny. Well, sad, but funny. Another UKL. All I know is just that the UK does not like freedom. One day, we Americans will have to liberate the UK from themselves. America will take over the world. America. Fuck yeah. Ah! King of Ones. Thank you for the subscribe to YouTube. Also, thank you, Ombu, for the follow-up. I didn't say that earlier. The UK and most other countries are useful springboards for military opportunities. Say we should go full isolation. Yeah, that too. Handy old. I ain't that old. Shut up. Was that sandwiches? No, those were the almighty Costco hot dog. A sign of economic how stable the economy is. The end times will be upon us when the Costco hot dog is no longer $1.50. Finland kicked today. The garden. I mean, shut up. You have to do the bingo card? Okay. Never had one, dang. If you can get one, eventually get one. End times will be upon us when Waffle House closes. Ah, yeah, shit, you're right. Okay, so the end will be upon us when the Costco hot dog goes up in price and is no longer $1.50, and then it'll be the end of the world when the Waffle House closes down. So much money, everyone in Norway has $1 million equivalent for each citizen. Nice. Arizona iced tea increases the price. That's already happened. It's not 99 cents everywhere. People, some like places are assholes and they increase the price. Although you can report them to Arizona and they will like pull the distributing, like ban them from having it distributed to them. What does it mean if the price of the hot dog goes down? It means world peace has been achieved. That's what it means. If the price of the hot dog goes down, world peace has been achieved. No, Waffle House would still be open. Shit, you're right. And remember every American here. If you go to a Waffle House and you see a foreigner, it is your civic duty to start a fight. Waffle House is closed. The entire National Guard is deployed. Doesn't control that. The 7-Eleven goes above 99 cents. Yeah. It is your civic duty as an American to start a fist fight at the Waffle House if someone is visiting the U.S. from another country. Ugh. Only other country I would live in other than US is Finland. They have a lot of saunas and they're the happiest people in the world. Also vodka. Yeah. Hey, not gonna lie, my phone was covered by some cardboard and your plastic suddenly appearing almost made me laugh. My phone thinking there was a spider on it. Heh. This whole thing. Why are you calling me old? I ain't that old and you know it. So happy, all the unhappy people. Oh God. Dang, if Ickbard were here, he'd be having a field day. But he's not. What time is it? 9:07? Yeah, he might be here in like 20 minutes or so, maybe. We shall see. Then look at the bingo card. Okay, I will. Let me finish painting this part, and then I'll look at the bingo card. I want to get the first coat down on this, please. That way, there's just a simple, like, second coat to go on it. I feel like this part is actually falling off. I need to rinse my brush, actually, so I will look at the bingo sheet now after I rinse off my brush. Clean my brush too in the isopropyl alcohol paint well. You were there when God made you shut up. Damn it, I ain't that old. I'm not that old. Okay, let's see the new and improved bingo card. So we have Female Custodies, Grey Knights Refresh, Chaos Vikes, Technical Problems, Old Joke, Angron Transfigured Update, more Ultramarines, Ravenwing, Primarch, Iron Warriors, Upgrade Sprue, Host Blabbering, Free Space, Corsairs, Cripple. I feel like the Cripple Joke should be the free space. Could have been an email, Mold Lines, Print Lines, Yarrick Lives, Combat Patrol, Ickbard, Misogyny, Handy acts like a... Screw you, David. New paint range. Old world best mod... Isn't that supposed to say best models? Red Furry Joke, Ear Rape. Ear Grape, I mean. Go. Do you use Citadel paints or whatever you feel like? I use whatever paints I feel like. Like, I use Citadel for some stuff, and then I use, like, too thin coats for other things. I use a mix of paint. You have to find the paints that you like, but often I find myself moving away from GW paints. One, because I don't like the paint pot designs, because they're designed to dry out to get you to buy more. And two, because a lot of them don't cover very well, unfortunately. Like, I don't really use any GW metallics because the metallic flakes inside of them are so chunky. You don't get very good coverage. So instead, I just use Vallejo Metal Color Air. It covers much more nicely. Much better coverage. Better coverage, like smaller paint flakes too for metallics. Vallejo is a solid choice. Army Painter is a pretty good one too, yeah. And so is Too Thin Coats. Too Thin Coats is slowly becoming my favorite paint range. It is a very, very good paint range. I just find it funny how GW is probably like, God damn it, we're losing customers for the Citadel range because our ex-employee knows how to make better paint than us. Even though it is all of our fault for not improving the paint recipes. Because competition breeds innovation. And because GW is pretty much had a monopoly before all the miniature paint makers started coming out with better paint. They have to innovate now in order to do better, because apparently also Army Painter speed paints are better than their speed paints now. All your paint opinions, yeah. I've been thinking about outsourcing for silver base. Yeah. Yeah, I would get just get like if you have a local relic thieves near you, which is basically just Hobby Lobby, they actually sell the metal color air sets. They sell them there. Go down to your local religious relic thieves for your Vallejo paint. Outside of white paint, I haven't had an issue with any GW paints I use themselves, just the pals themselves. Hobby Lobby is owned by the Blood Ravens. Yes, like I said, your local religious relic thieves. And get yourself some Vallejo metallics. They also do have so like their nebula paints too. I wanted to try those, but I haven't really found like what I want to use them for. Because their nebula paints are supposed to be iridescent paints, if you guys know what those are. They're basically color shift metallics. They're the Turbo Dork before Turbo Dork became a thing, and are actually good paints. Have a Hobby Lobby and Michaels by me. Heck yeah. Don't go to Michaels. Michaels does not carry any hobby paints besides Testers, and Testers is one of the worst hobby paints out there. I do not recommend anyone buy Testers paints or Apple Barrel. Paint strip will kill the librarian. What did? What, Apple Barrel or Testers? Probably is a bit better. Hobby Town or a local game store is better. Yeah. Anything honestly is better. But if that's all you got near you, then oh well, just go there. I think that's good enough. If I need more, I will do more. Apple Barrel paint surprisingly worked well for me to test and paint some tile units. Yeah, I mean, Apple Barrel is okay for certain applications. It's not very good for miniature painting. Like, the one thing Apple Barrel paints are really good for, because they don't cover very well, is for painting model railroad, like, scenery and buildings. Because Apple Barrel paints are good for, like, blending colors for model railroad stuff. Because that's what my club uses and what I'm going to use too. Because they don't cover that well, you can actually stain, like, balsa wood for, like, wooden buildings and stuff. But I'm also a bit mental when it comes to painting, yes. I used Apple Barrel paint to paint the base of one of my models because it looked like wet mud other than never use it. Yep. I mean, Apple Barrel is not good for painting, like, it has its applications, but not exactly for, like, the miniatures themselves. You can use them, they're better for scenic basing. Grab that part again. Here's that part that I had. I need to put those back on the thing. Where's that stick that I had these on? I don't remember which one I had them on. Oh, that one. I see it. Oh, look at this. Ugh. I need to put these back on this because I just remembered this part isn't even going to be visible. I can just stick these back on here and paint them. Ah, fuck. Ah, no, come back. Where'd it go? I dropped it on the floor. Ah, there it is. Have a chalky finish. I also airbrushed them. Ah, yeah. Okay. Paint these parts. I also gotta paint the inside of that silver and then this piece of trim too. But no, this needs to be silver. This part needs to be the trim silver, not this silver. So I'm debating if I want to use aluminum for the trim or if I just want to use straight silver. Because straight silver will be a lot brighter than dark aluminum. But if I use aluminum, it'll just look a little bit like this color, but brighter. Going to start building Space Wolves army. Nice. Was it the new Logan Grimnar that made you get the Space Wolves army? Oh yeah, what are anyone's bets if we're going to get a new Primarch this reveal stream on the 16th? Got really into Viking history. Ah, okay. Yeah. Space Wolves are cool. I probably would have done Space Wolves if I didn't choose Dark Angels. But I chose the Dank Angels because they're cool. I like the night aesthetic. They got that drip. Okay. First coat for that is done. Well, for the most part, done. What models do you have made? I'm working with Green Hunters right now. Me or Alaric? Because I have a lot of models. If you want to know all the models I have, just watch all the past Pile of Shame videos. That is the chronicle of everything I own for Warhammer. What do I hit? At least my biggest models are painted. Okay, cool. Congratulations, big whoop. Wait, you want a medal or something? Hopefully I'll start painting my big models this year. Just gotta start saving up for an airbrush booth. I kind of want to get one of those waterfall spray booths. But they're expensive. Started with Tau and then went to Space Wolves. I might consider doing some Dark Angels too. Yeah. Dark Angels are awesome. But more or less now, like what I collect, I just collect based off what I think looks cool, like small models and like singular models. It's the reason why I have one Tyranid model, and one Blood Angels model, and one Space Wolves model. It's better to buy and paint what you think looks cool. And also it's better in the long run because then it's less of an excuse to buy a brand new army. It's like, oh, okay, I got the cool model that I wanted. I don't need to buy the entire army now. A good way to save your wallet. Good way to spare your wallet. So that right here I didn't get. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple coats. Because the only downside I've found to the aluminum colors for Vallejo metal color airs, they do not cover that well on the first pass. Why am I painting that part? That part shouldn't be painted. There's gonna be armor panels going on it. Okay, I think that's good. Yes. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, let me put this down. I gotta... Wait a minute. Oh wait, yeah, this part needs to be silver. They look cool to me, but the price sucks. Yes. The price is always a limiting factor now with GW miniatures. Because GW keeps increasing the prices, those bastards. I wouldn't be surprised if a few years in time we see $100 intercessors. With the trajectory GW is going. Okie dokie. We're going to end in the world. It's $100 and the company needs to die by then. Yep. Well, the problem is they're getting away with it for now. But I feel like if they want new people to watch by the time the Warhammer show comes around, that's like the price is going to be a big inhibitor to getting new people into Warhammer. Because when 2,000 points is the standard for a Warhammer game, you're not going to get people into it when they have to spend $1,000 or so for an army. Well, more than 1,000 in the future for an army. And the music just paused itself. I will restart it once I coat these parts real quick, because I will forget. This is just like the final sort of coat. Well, this final coat until I wash stuff. Okay, what? Oh, okay. Let me make sure it's not my friends. Okay. Well, it is one of the people I know. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, also, so it has been an hour. It is time to stand up and stretch. What's Night Lord? Night Lords are an army. Although if that's a joke, that's a good joke, because even GW has a hard time acknowledging they exist. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, what parts now need to be silver? Let's see. This part does. Part of the weapon does. Those weapons. Part of the legs. That part needs to be silver too. Let me just start moving parts around and stuff. Okay, those parts definitely need to be silver. Actually, I'm probably just going to do what I did for them last time, which is that part's actually going to be black. It looks better that way. Okay, actually, I can probably just take this off now. You did not even know they exist. Yeah, no, neither does GW. Because all they're gonna get is that that kill team, and then GW is gonna forget about them for another 10 years. Unfortunate. I mean, the best Legion. I mean, if they were the best Legion, why does GW not give them a lot of new models? Why is that? Checkmate, liberal. I am offended. You should be, because GW offends everyone. Because it's weird. I'm surprised the Emperor's Children got more minis than Night Lords did, when I know Night Lords has historically been more popular.
Hello there.
Yes, hello there, Smash. How you doing? Ah, thank you for the hydrate. Ugh. I need Ickbard to get here. I need to steal his shtick and do a "you want to feel old" meme. Because I have a relevant one. Have a sad, relevant one. I am old, okay. The first step is acceptance. But I'm not that old, so I don't have to deal with that. Granddaughter's 13. Jeez. Damn, congratulations, I guess. Well, I mean, that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This means another person to eventually indoctrinate into Warhammer. I mean, teach the joys of Warhammer. Okay, so you don't have to paint this far up because this will be hidden. I promise we're not a cult here. We Warhammer players are not a cult. I've never met her. Ah, okay. The hell, why are you like this? Oh, it's a random microfiber, that's why. Random microfiber eliminated. That's the one annoying thing about painting those, when you get random ass microfibers where they shouldn't be. Like, oh, look at my awesome paint job and random microfiber. Dang it. Or pet hair, yeah. Okay. Thank you for the lurk. I'm gonna need to reload my palette with more silver because I'm running out. Then I'm gonna have to somehow hold this. Probably, oh shit. Probably right, actually, yeah, right here, because this part gets covered. How is Laszlo? He's doing okay. He's not really my problem anymore. Which is honestly nice. But he does occasionally escape containment and get under my bed and chew up boxes. But because my room is smaller, it's easy to know when he sneaks in. That's gonna be fun painting that silver, although doesn't really matter if I get silver on this silver on it because it's just gonna help with the initial coat. Yippee. Who is Laszlo? Why is Laszlo? It's one of my family members' rabbit I used to have to take care of. It's an adorable little rabbit, but he is a troublemaker. He liked to chew random things that he shouldn't. And I'm surprised he didn't oof in Minecraft after he chewed through my studio lights power cable as it was plugged in. What is Laszlo? When is Laszlo? Oh, but yeah. Pretty sure tonight's just gonna be base coating all the dark silver, probably. If I'd have to guess. Based on how fast I paint and how thorough I am with painting. We shall see how far I get into it. Knowing me, I'm probably right. That's probably what I'm gonna get to, is just all the base dark metallics. Yeah, to end the loop, do you have hand paint everything? Do you have an airbrush? I hand paint everything. I have an airbrush, I need an airbrush booth for it. They don't want to make a mess. Okay, it's one leg. Done. Gotta grab the other one, or is it already right here? Okay, it is already right here. Good. And this one is attached right here, so that makes my life easier too. Well, it's not really required, but just garbage can and piece of foam cardboard on top of it. Yeah, but the problem is I have sinus issues, so I don't want to deal with that. So it's better for me to have something that can vent out the paint and the fumes. Because, oh boy, you can bet when I get a spray booth, I am going to be using lacquer paints too. Respirator. Or open patio door. You see, I am going to be in an enclosed garage. But the problem is also just like the fumes getting into the house, which will cause issues for other people too. Because you may think that like spray paint isn't very strong of an odor, but it is. That's because we're used to it though. Yeah. This one's almost done. To me, it makes a solid lacquer paint. Yeah. I'm gonna buy me some Tamiya paints because they make our favorite tasty glue. So why wouldn't the paints be the same? I'd imagine the paints would be just as tasty. Looking good. This is of course gonna need a second coat because why wouldn't it? This down right here. Oh wait, don't put it on the. Do not put it on that glue. Or not glue. Do not put it on the adhesive from the masking tape box that I used to have right there to show me the bounding lines for my camera to make sure that I at least try and keep stuff in frame, even though I don't really still. Professional streamer, wahoo. Learn to thin them in an airbrush so use their paints or base coat miniatures. It shouldn't be too bad. I'm a fast learner when it comes to stuff that I like doing. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta paint this too right here. That's good. Where? There it is. I need this one now because I need to paint this part. And then I think I need to... I think there's a few more parts that need to be this color. And if I have time, what I shall do is I will start painting the trim. And thank God it's not Chaos Space Marine trim. More specifically, Thousand Suns trim. That is a pain in the ass that I never want to deal with. And if I ever do start taking commissions, I am charging extra if someone asks me to paint Thousand Suns. I am not getting engaged in trim hell. No thank you. I would like to keep my what little sanity I have left. The thousands concerned he's made it. Oh ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha, very funny. I can't wait for this guy to be done. I'm gonna laugh if it takes me less time to paint this than it did the Neuro Tyrant. Although knowing me, that's probably what's gonna happen. Because I'm much better at painting stuff I'm familiar with too. Dark Angels is honestly my shtick. Neuro Tyrant was a long project. Yes, it was, because most of it was learning. Okay, put this down. Let me grab another part. Well, I need to rinse my brush too. Rinse the paintbrush. Clean the paintbrush with isopropyl alcohol. Hello, Ark. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. Just starting painting on the Saturnine Dreadnought. I knocked my Krieg out and Dark Angel. I'm just trying to with me. Else needs to be silver. The weapons, of course. Part of the legs and part of the weapons. Let's do the feet. Do defeat. Okay. Vehicles are easy to paint. Yeah. It's not as small. You can paint them a lot faster. It's also not organic in any way. Not an organic life form. Honestly, yeah, this shouldn't take too long. Sounds great. Just got back from a game, lost the town 90 to 81. They played well and had better secondaries. Oof. That's the thing I do not like about 10th edition is the secondaries are random. Because the random secondaries can massively screw you over. Because you can play really well and table your opponent, but the secondaries are what screws you over. I gotta see if that part is painted too. Like what color that part is painted. Let me actually see what color they painted that part. Okay, that part is just painted the normal color of the armor. So my space full is a good size. I want to do a quick battle with them and see what I can do with them. Yay. I just remembered I also have to find my Dark Angels decals. Well, my Horus Heresy Dark Angels decals, I need to find those. That's kind of bad because I built and contend with Imperial Knights. Tabletop's worth getting, like, is it fun or is it just trying to get out armies before buying? It's trying out armies before buying and also just playing when you feel like playing Warhammer. Because you can play whenever you want to. Because like it's hard at first, like getting to know how to use Tabletop Simulator, but once you've done it enough, it's easy. Does it come with armies? So what you have to do is you have to download the mod. There's a Steam Workshop mod for Warhammer. So you download the mod, you go into like, because each faction has its own like world with all the units in it. So you go to that, pick up your units, go to new recruit, and once you make your new recruit list, you then go to Yellow Scribe. To create a code, which will then generate your army for you. I was gonna make a video for that long ago, but then I decided not to. Maybe for when 11th edition starts, I'll make that video finally on how to use Tabletop Sim. Let me check something too. Damn it, that part needs to base over. Fuck. For AK, it's hard enough how to learn TTS, yes. You will learn and you will like it. Yeah, this isn't gonna be... This is not fun. Kinda wish I left the feed off, but I didn't. So I needed to pose it. Run... No one needs for you, yeah. I could, but I probably won't because YouTube algorithm is a bitch. The YouTube algorithm be a bitch. Wait, why am I painting these when the trim is just going to be painted with whatever? The trim is going to be painted with the actual silver I'm using for trim. We are currently underrated in the 40k community. Yeah. Don't know why. And honestly, I'd kind of rather... Part of me is like, I'd rather keep it that way where not many people know about me. Because then I don't get roped into stupid Warhammer drama. And another part of me is like, that means I can get more money to upgrade stuff. Like, I want to eventually get a new microphone. I want to try and get a way to be able to stream in my garage for airbrush painting. But, I'm the best character chaser streaming. You deserve the success he has, or at least as much as you'd like. Yeah. Thank you. Can I have Bentleys like him? I don't know about that. I don't want a Bentley. I am fine with my little Kia. Imagine if you unleashed your army of autism and go, no, that is never a good thing. One thing you do as a streamer or a content creator is you never send your audience to go bully someone else. That just shows what an asshole you are. Because the streamer, their audience reflects the streamer. Hellfest, Handyfest. That sounds wrong, but is also funny. Sounds really wrong, but it's also funny. Eh. Paint these dumb rivets. They're gonna be a pain in the ass. Wait, why am I painting these stupid rivets when I still gotta paint the armor itself? Because yes, the armor is going to be black, but Abaddon black is not a very good base for like a black. You want to use, well, I'm gonna use Doom Death black for the panels that need to be that color. Discord TTS tournament? No, that's way too much work. Unfortunately. That is way too much work for me and Ickbard to handle. Plus, you also gotta make sure people are actually honest with, like, the reporting and stuff. Yes, gonna need another coat. This is kind of... I put it on, but it's a bit thin because it's a bit too wet. Man Kitchen, hello, welcome back. Hoping to help me out with it. No, we're good. Massive loser if you lie about your TTS results. Yeah. Plus another thing too is if the Discord were to pop off even more and I get more people, I would need more mods, and I already know people that would be I already have people in mind. And unfortunately, David is one of them. I would have to give him limited power, though. You cannot have unlimited power. He's going, ow, motherfucker. Thank you for the $2 super chat. My fucking ears. What about me? I don't know. If I got the Saturn Night Dread, I'd want to do Fall in with the Gothic Church on his shoulders with a bell. Yeah. That'd be cool. Hot stop. Yeah. Those sound alerts are to scare the shit out of me while painting, just making it fun for people. Because people like scaring the streamer. Especially when they're painting like delicate details. People really like to mess with the streamer. Probably gonna have to do minimal silver in here because, again, it is like you can barely see it. I'd like to be a good mod and never, so I can abuse my powers. If you're never online, then that's not a very good moderator. Point is to be online when something happens. Mystery moments. I just started the hobby of the Space Wolves version, the smaller walker controlled by the Marine in the cockpit. So this coming in, I assume I should hold off on painting him for a bit. What do you mean? The faceless version. So this is a completely different. If you have the little guy sitting it, that's called a tactical Invictor tactical warsuit. That is what we like to call the trial dreadnought. Are the big guys more difficult? Depends on how you define it. How you define difficult is honestly how I look at it. Because some things are easier to paint for other people than yeah. Some things are easier to paint for people than others. Like, I am not very good at painting organic stuff, but I am good at painting mechanical stuff. Victor tackle a 3D printer to cover for it. Yeah, that's another way to solve it too, is 3D printing a blast shield for it, which is how it should be. It's just one of those Warhammer things of like, wait, if you want the Marine to live and he needs a big giant target, why don't you have like an armored plate on the front of it? Victor Warsuit loss of factor, painting part of it. If you like it, then full speed. If not, very simply redo it. Yeah. That's the nice thing about Warhammer 2. If you don't like the way it looks, just strip it with isopropyl alcohol and repaint it. Unless it's a resin miniature, then you gotta be careful. Like that, yeah. It looks cool. Slap some runes on the cover and it looks very Space Wolves, yeah. I mean, I am not really a fan of the Invictor Tactical Warsuit. Looks a bit goofy to me. This would be a pain in the ass to clean up, but oh well. So what if it's a pain in the ass to clean up? I just gotta do it. Grummy blast shield for, yeah. It still hasn't grown on me, the Invictor Tactical Warsuit. It needs a blast shield on it. Okay, that should be good for that. Now I need to grab the other foot. I need to probably... Yep, another coat right here. It is not opaque. I could still see some of the black paint underneath it. Yeah, but it's looking pretty good. Because this is such a simple thing to paint too. It's already coming together. Yeah, it's already coming together just with the metallics on it. Posted a picture and Victor in the Discord. Okay. Let's see it. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Baron, I gotta ask. I'm just letting you know. Ugh. I'm just letting you know that the channel that you posted it in is for the best miniature you painted of 2025. So if that's just something you're showing off to show it off, it does not belong in that channel. You put that in finished projects. A little bit of carcinogens never hurt. With the Marina chopped his hand off accidentally. Oof. Glue it back on. You gotta glue it back on. Okay, let's see. What else has to be metallic color? Come hither. Parts of those, I think. Yeah, this part. I see parts that can be painted silver, so the guns... Yeah, basically just the guns, I think, it looks like. I don't think that needs to be... Oh yeah, that needs to be silver too. Okay, so I need... this. This. I'm not going to grab the guns yet because those are friggin' huge. That's what she said. I actually need to look at it more on the website just to see. Let me look at this real quick. I just want to see. Okay. Oh, no, it's just the trim color. Never mind. I don't need to paint those. I can put that back. Well, I apparently can't find the Discord channel. What's the tab called? Your Best Mini. It's literally called Your Best Mini of 2025. It's under the Community Events tab. You might have to... It might be hidden for you because you hid the tab. That's why, yeah, you hit it. Like, yeah, a lot of people have hidden that stuff. It might be time eventually for another Discord channel cleanup, maybe. I have no idea how to start on my Fellblade now that it's primed and base coated. Start with the tracks. Start with the weapons and tracks and then go from there. Or just start with the metallics. That's where you should start anyway. That's how I start my miniatures if you couldn't tell. And the music paused itself. Okay, I'll restart that as soon as I get the code on this completely. Music just paused itself a lot tonight. Because YouTube is probably like, are you still there watching? And it's like, yes, I'm still watching it. I have a fucking playlist on. I have a playlist titled Music. Huh, I wonder what I'm doing. Listening to music. Gosh, YouTube. Stop being such a YouTube. Oh yeah, also channel members. The new video was I released the new video earlier if you haven't already seen it. The new video is live for YouTube channel members. Okay, it's good for an initial base coat. Let me restart the music. Some water because I need some. Yeah. How's it going? Hello, Noah. How you doing? Welcome back. There, next one I don't need. I don't think I need this because, but no, these aren't going to be hidden actually, so I do need to paint the tops of these. These parts I know are not hidden, but the hoses are just going to be painted hose color. Hope you're doing well also. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just got over being sick last week. Threw a wrench in video editing, unfortunately, but I got the video out for, it's on schedule to release on Sunday. It's already out for YouTube channel members. And then I gotta make another video again in a week. We'll start already, actually. I have a script ready to go. Unless I feel like making another video. Because I have a Word document literally titled Video Ideas that I can pull from if I run out of ideas. Or if I don't have, like, if the subject matter of the next video isn't something that I suddenly thought would be interesting. Okay, I can put that right there. What is next? Ah, GW just said fuck it for them. Interesting. Oh, excuse me. It's gonna be brass. Oh, okay. Okay. So I see how it has to be painted. Okay, okay. Fire part's going to be silver. Front of it's going to be brass. Top is going to be black. Probably a little bit of hint of red. What I'm gonna do just to make it look different. It's gonna look so nice when it's done. I just realized too, this weapon right here reminds me of the toaster from Destiny 2, the Jotun. God, that thing was busted when it released. It was a one-hit KO in the Crucible. I got a lot of salty messages. So much salt flowed. But I mean, it's Destiny, that's kind of normal. But I haven't played Destiny in 2 years, and I'd like to keep it that way. Because my god, has that game gone severely downhill. Kinda sad. It was good, and then it was no longer good. And then it was good again, and then it wasn't good again. Although everything I hear about Destiny recently is all bad. Ugh. All bad, never good. Would the center of that be silver? Is it the community or the game? The game. The game itself is not doing too hot. The inside of it is silver, okay. Ugh. on, paint, get in there. But yeah, Destiny, after the Witch Queen, Destiny 2 went downhill. Even more. I heard all the expansions after that one were dog shit. Lightfall was bad, Final Shape was bad. It was just all really bad. And then they screwed up the crafting system too again. Bungie is but a hollow shell of what it once used to be. I remember reading Destiny 2, I heard from a friend it was good, but never played it, ended up trading it in years later with a few other games to get Space Marine 2 from GameStop. A worthy trade up. A very worthy trade up. Honestly, a better trade up. Oh, that's weird. Why, G-dubs, why? How do you make it more complicated? Gotta paint more brass I can see. G-dubs just likes to make stuff complicated, don't they? Getting close to the hobby desk for the night. Gonna close the hobby desk? Yeah. It's always a good time to know when to stop hobbying, or else you'll burn yourself out. Because hobby burnout is not a good thing. Then nothing will ever get done. Space Marine 2 worth it? Yeah, I think Space Marine 2 is worth it. It's a good game. If you like Warhammer, it's a good game. Ah, shit. That isn't good. I put the thing on a bit too close. Now it's gonna look weird when it comes off. Just worried about it drawing me to get more wearing while to kill my wallet. I mean, all it really is just like Ultra Smurfs. Ultra Smurfs, Tyranids, Thousand Suns, that's it. I mean, the only thing it'll make you want is just updated models for some things. That's what it did for me. It was like, oh, it'd be so cool if this model was updated. But we all know that's never gonna... Oh, what the hell? Oh, God. Ugh. I realized there was a very, very ugly microfiber that got stuck when I primed it. Nab it while it's on sale, yeah. Yeah, plus the game's getting like a lot of support too. Saber Interactive doesn't plan on ending support anytime soon. You can really tell too that it was a Warhammer game meant for Warhammer fans. which is honestly the best thing you could ask for from a video game. It was made by fans for fans. I'm going to rip this out a bit. And that we live in an era where it's a massive selling point. Yeah, I know. It's stupid. Well, that's business 101. You have to have a target audience. Because when something is for everyone, it's for no one. Okay, I want to check. Is that... Where is that part? Looks like the harness sword is silver. Yeah, it is. This part right here is silver. The inside of it is brass. Good to know. Then again, I hate Warhammer tourists. We need to change the fundamentals before I get to fit me. Only been hobbying 3 days. How many miniatures you have? None. How many miniatures do you have? None. How many books have you read? None. Did you only play the video games? Yes. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. I'm gonna pull this apart too. Give it to me. Rip it off. Is there still more on there? That's why I maybe dropped 40k for a time, as this scare hobby is going to be changed by the tourists. Dropping into more important stuff. Yeah. The good thing is, though, a lot of tourists are honestly getting a lot of pushback, which is nice. It's like, if you're not serious about Warhammer, why are you even here? Why are you ruining it for everyone else? Because we don't really hear from a lot of those people anymore, fortunately. Warhammer World in the States? Yeah, we technically have 2 of them called Warhammer Cafes. Although those aren't really Warhammer World, they're just larger Warhammer stores that carry Forge World. But they're very nice. Back when I lived in Los Angeles, I used to go to the Warhammer Cafe every other month. Buy me some Forge World when it was out of stock online. Probably still bloody expensive, yes. I mean, it's Warhammer. What'd you expect? Of course it's going to be expensive. Why is that even a question at this point? I don't know. Is Warhammer expensive? Yes. How expensive? Yes. How much am I going to be spending? Yes. Do I really have to? Yes. Pesos combat patrol hard to get. Well, that's just any of the good combat patrols are hard to get. Called 40k for a reason. Yes, indeed. Well said, well said. I mean, if you think about it, that is one of the ways that's gonna keep the tourists out, is the increasing prices. Yeah, I did. I put this on a bit. I put this on wrong. I gotta go back and fade this down until it blends in. Now I can paint this. Hopefully I did shave that down enough. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. I don't see the priming line anymore. Yippee. Make some cheaper. They've been making some models for a while. Just make upgrade packs for some, to convert some models to others. Yeah. Well, I mean, they honestly could have done that for a lot of the Primaris face screens, because they're just the CAD models slightly reworked. Better costs for models for some armies. Yes, AdMech would like a word with GW. AdMech would definitely like a word. God, yeah, I primed this horribly. Well, these parts I did bad, because that was really the only attachment point I can put this stuff on. Yeah, there goes. How would, like, a few words with just meaning someone created good. There's still a spot that needs to be fixed up. What is that? There we go. You stream every Friday night? Yes, yes I do. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I don't stream the Monday after. I don't stream the following Monday, the Monday after I post a video, because it gives my video time to sit in the algorithm. Rinse the brush off again. And tune in to Fridays, yeah. Time for the weapons, I guess. Time for the weapons. Grab this and oh god, there's poster attack. getting stuck where you shouldn't. I am surprised, however, that I actually primed this very well, because usually there's some blank slots when I prime sometimes. Hey, wait, I just remembered too. I'm pretty sure these weren't attached. And now they are. Oopsies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was these parts. These parts weren't attached. Like, wait a minute. I swear there were parts I didn't attach. But no time during the week. So when I stream on Mondays, it's usually going to be around the same. Mondays and Fridays are usually around this start time. And then Wednesdays are usually at 12 p.m. EST. Because then that gives the European viewers a time slot to watch. Scientists and people selling an army asking for a friend. eBay. eBay is your best bet. Is there no silver on there? Well, besides obviously that part. Oh. Interesting. This doesn't have much silver on it. Cool. Easier for me then. Any tips for selling an Imperial Knight army? eBay. That's literally just gonna be my answer is just eBay. Or if your local game store has a Discord server, use that. Say you want to sell an Imperial Knights army and someone might buy it off you. Just maybe. But you gotta remember too, you're not gonna get retail value for it. Do not expect to get retail value. If they're well, you'll get retail value if they're in the box still. If they're already assembled or painted, depending on how well they're painted, you might not get that much money off of them. No pro painted BS for an army. Yeah, that too. My army is pro painted. Say brass, that's gonna be bright brass. Okay. Just saw Dark Angel. Haha, here I am. Happy New Year from Denmark. Hello, Leo. How you doing? Welcome from the United States. Ugh. Just going through them painting silver right now. That is honestly probably what I'm gonna get to tonight is just the mechanical silver. Any better metallic paints than Citadel that you know of? Yes. Vallejo, Metal Color Air, and basically anyone that isn't Citadel. Because GW does not grind down the metallic pigments enough. EW's metallic flakes are so large they can be seen from space. Yeah, check out that's painted right there too. Get another coat. I'm just staying to hang, but I gotta go. Good luck, brother, and keep those secrets safe. Yeah, later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Don't get us wrong, we still love Americans. I think you're one of those nice being here. Yeah. Let's see where. Silver. Oh, there's no targeting lens. I thought there was. Isn't that a targeting lens? Oh yeah, it is. So that can be silver. This part needs to be silver too. So this part up here is silver. That's gonna be fun to repaint. Entire part needs to be silver. Well, not the entire part, just this outer part, because that's all it's going to be seen when it's all painted up. Plus, if I don't paint this right here, it allows it to move more freely, which is what I want. More range of motion. Okay. That's good. Okay, yeah, that part is also silver. Yeah, the underside of this part is silver. And I think that's it. Well, there's also the parts that I didn't glue on that need to be painted silver too. Perhaps I should say I am Danish. We still need this world to exist. Yeah. Okay. Almost done with the silver, yippee. At least there isn't that much trim on this too, thank God. Makes it a little less painful. Okay, there's that, and then I believe just that part needs to be silver. Yeah, there's two parts. This need to be silver. For the end cap, whatever this part is. Whatever this part is right here in the end cap. Oh boy, I can't wait for this thing to be done in a month. Hopefully not. Hopefully this doesn't turn into another Neurotyrant. Although the Neurotyrant, well no, the Neurotyrant was like 20 plus streams worth. Never mind. Yeah, I hope this doesn't turn into a Neurotyrant. Damn it! No! Shit. Please. I really wish I didn't forget that these parts were separated, that they weren't glued on. Because now I have to be careful. Careful with where I touch with this paint. But damn, is this thing gonna look good next to all my other Horus Heresy Dreadnoughts? It'd take probably, I want to say maybe 1 or 2 streams just for the checker marks, checker patterns, because I freehand those. Plus I do have to I need to find my Dark Angels Horus Heresy transfers to decide which ones I'm going to be using. I hope there is enough real estate for the Grim Reaper one. I've been wanting to use one of those. Although I do know for sure one of those are getting used. Some of those are getting used on the Warlord Titan, and maybe the Potato Knight. This can be put here. Remembered I have to center this with this silver, not the decorative silver. Okay, and a little bit of silver right there. Okay, silver right there. Wait, I should probably also check later on how. Wondering, I don't think I didn't paint the sides of the helmet I just painted the little rings silver. Also gotta paint the little hose connections silver too. Yeah, Leo, what armies do you plan to paint? Yes is a valid answer. Come on. You paint to get right there, please. Close enough, I guess. This one back. Big gun. The plasma gun. I think this one's 90% silver. Yeah, most of this is just silver. Okay. Yippee! Easier to paint. I'm back. Ugh, excuse me. Okay, I see. That in-between area. Oh yeah, parts of this are also silver too. Otherwise, it's gonna be fun. Just got the Fellblade, Deimos, Dark Angels, Rhino doors, and Legion decal set. Cleaning up the doors with the Fellblade right now. Ta-da. Nice. Very nice. That's cleaned up, of course. That's where the thing goes. Yeah, that's where the hose goes down there. I gotta remember too to actually glue that on. Well, I probably will. It's just, gosh, it's okay. No, I thought I saw microfiber where it shouldn't be. Just gotta make sure I glue it on the correct way. I don't think I have the instructions anymore, or they're buried somewhere with all my other instruction manuals. Somewhere in this room. Don't know where, but it's in here somewhere. Okay. I also thought about getting a Fellblade, but then I remember that no one around here, over here near me, plays Horus Heresy. So I decided I did not need a Fellblade. And I only got the Saturnine Dreadnought because I like the Dreadnought, that's it. I think it's a cool Dreadnought. Screwed up the paint on my Saturnine Dreadnought around the crouch area. Well, you know what that means. Start all over. Strip it down, start over. That's all that means. That means you just gotta start all over. Gotta go. Love hanging out with you, and definitely be here next Friday. Yep, later. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Yeah. Good, very good. Around. Yep. Okay, now for the center of it. I do know this is gonna take a couple coats though, so just have to deal with it. Did one of these get glued down wrong? Paint was too chunky. Oof. So what you're saying is the paint was too thick. Lion or Abaddon? Abaddon. The lion. Get the lion first. And then Abaddon, Abaddon, potato. Okay, that was... Lion it is, yes, yes. First Legion, best Legion. Told myself so this year, Arbus lighter, treasure sentry guns. Could we made a little alien thing nice? I spoiled myself this year too, and not in Warhammer. Model trains, baby. Well, this year, I mean last year. Okay. So, let's see. We have Fulgur, Magnus, and Rowboat Gorilla Man. Yeah, then you're just missing the lion. That's all you need. Then you'll have all the Primarchs until the 16th, where they probably get to announce another one. Maybe. And then you repaint Fulgur and Gorilla Man. Do you really need to, though? Or do you just want to? Is the real question. Because needing to do it and wanting to do it are two separate things. Dang it, music stopped pausing. Oh, wait, probably low trains. Markland and HO scale, missing like hell, yeah. Markland's really nice. I wish I had the money to get the Markland, but I think it's the Markland like garden scale, or I think it's called 1 gauge big boy. That thing's $4 grand. That'd be cool to have, but I don't got that kind of money. Still need Angry Ron and Mortarion. Oh yeah, I need those too. The angriest of Rons. Silver here. What Legion is your Dreadnought going to be? Mine's Iron Warriors Dreadnought. Mine is going to be Dank Angels. Always going to be Dark Angels. My Horus Heresy stuff is all Dark Angels. Because before GW threw everything into Legends, I planned it out so that way my Horus Heresy stuff and my 40k stuff was Dark Angels, so I can use both in 40k. If I wanted to. Okay. Silver 2. Alright, things gonna be silver with a bit of black, it looks like, mixed in. Why can I not think? No thoughts, head empty. Oh, that part's gonna. Dang it. Dang it. I'm lazy. I'll fix that later. Future me. Why did you paint this like this? Why were you lazy? Just more work. You just made more work for yourself, you idiot. Ugh. No. Shit. Damn it. Fell on my chair, but at least it didn't fall on the damn floor. That would have been worse. Because the wet paint would have picked up dust and a bunch of crud, probably. Yes. This dreadnought is coming along nicely. The biggest nut of dread is coming along very, very nicely. I rest my... I'm not lore accurate, just a model builder, but I love Dark Angels. Build pack. Sometimes go off lore, but we have the line back. Yeah. Getting the line back was awesome. I just hate how they took away the flavor for him in 10th edition. Forest Walk was so cool, and then they said no. Go fuck yourself. Forest Walk was awesome. I hate how they butchered it. Hey, that should be okay. Damn it. Okay, gotta avoid that part. Although what's funny is that in Horus Heresy, Alpharius has Forest Walk on steroids. Because he can deep strike any 3 units. And when I say any 3 units, I mean any 3 units. So 9 Leviathan Dreadnoughts. Or Saturnine Dreadnoughts now. Holy not stupid. Oh wait, no, maybe actually they changed that for the 3rd edition of Horus Heresy, I don't know. If they didn't, it's still hilarious. just needs a bit more in some of the areas that are not technically. And they're little guys with the darkness called Watchers. Yes, they're called Watchers in the Dark. Why? We're just have 1 or 2 boxes of the Wardens of Ultron for the Scalpers. Yeah, you got a kit bash idea. Is that kit bash idea the Watchers Swarm? You take every single Watcher of the Dark ever made and put them on one large base. Watcher putting down Space Soldier. God damn it. Hey, little start for the Fellblade. Happy New Year from Denmark. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, my back. Oh, I need to stand up and stretch. It's been a few hours. Always good to stand up and stretch when you've been sitting for a while. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, is there any silver I missed now I have to check? Or it just needs a second coat? Probably is. Just gotta find it. Ugh. I'm gonna go buy bits to make them now. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, nobody wants Watchers in the Dark, so they're gonna be cheap as hell. Like, nobody, because they're just tokens now. They're gonna be dirt cheap. You guys see a spot that I missed? Yeah, I do. Okay, give me this, please. Oh wait, no, I didn't miss a spot. I got it. Although I do, actually, yeah, I do think I missed a spot. Let me check. That's silver. That's silver. That's silver. Oh, that's silver. Hmm. No, I don't think I missed a spot on this. That spot's good. Oh, I see a little dark spot, although I think that would have been just Tiny Green Ball Wizard. Who did that? Hello, Smasher. How you doing? Whose armors diss the thousands of Terminator and Soul Reaper cannon and rockets. So paint one of the Watchers the Lion as loose too. She'll go well for Dawn. Okay. Where I am the host, David. You mean co-host? I think you might just be too tired to show up today. Because remember, he has been afflicted with the job application. It could be good now. And that's all the silver. Let me go over the parts that I think might need silver now. Look for any bald spots. Grant USC the stream. Shut up, David. You shut up. You shut the fuck up. This is my stream, my channel. I will not be treated this way. The job got to him, yes. Hope he recovers. That sweet, sweet paycheck was just too much. Get some Inner Circle companions superset. Ugh. I have so much stuff I need to paint though. I've got to be very selective with the stuff I get now. I've already got so many miniatures. Where's that other leg? Here it is. I am host. I am host. If you're not the host, David. You're just one of the biggest sponsors of the channel. Ah, shit. Microfiber. Nor are you. Yes, I am the host. I am the host. It is called Revan's Handicrafts. Is the name of the channel, not Ickbards. Ickbard has his own channel. Who's this Revan you speak of? That's me, I go by that or Handy. You should know this, David, how VTubers work. Mr. spent hundreds of dollars on VTuber merch. I plead the fifth, yeah. Which VTuber, by the way? TBH none. I know you bought some merch, I just don't remember from who. Pretty sure it was someone in Hololive, if I remember correctly. Answer any questions about might incriminate me. The card games because it was $12. Ah, yes. The pink schizo rabbit. The based pink schizo rabbit. Yeah, that's good. Don't really need to give a shit about the mechanical bits under the leg. You can barely even see that. I think this is actually starting to fall off, huh? Good. Where's the next foot? Me and myself got Templar Sword Brother, but do not miss out on the inner. And then you can paint so much Dark Angels. Okay. What do you mean, little? Yeah, I don't know if you're still here mad, but I'm doing good. Or if I already answered that, I don't remember. Oh, you don't remember? Oh yeah, this definitely need another coat. Gosh dang it, there's a microfiber stuck right here. There we go, got it off. Might be time to rinse the brush too. Probably is after this pass. Might be getting bristles on it or something, bristles breaking off. I'm getting stuck on it with another microfiber, what the fuck? And there's also paint flakes getting stuck, dried paint, so yeah, I gotta rinse the brush right now. Okay. Got my paint paper towel. Dabbing the stuff off. Dry it off. I'll probably have to make another paint well by isopropyl alcohol because this one's just got metallic flakes all inside of it. Yep. Unless the brush is clean. Yep, brush is clean. Good enough. What the hell? Is there another microfiber? What the fuck? Oh, come on. Bruh. There's some grenades. Yeah, grenades are cool. I'm hoping they get a range refresh. Either they announce it this on the 16th, or we get a range refresh next edition. It'd be nice. Although I really just want a Grey Knights kill team. And also I gotta remember to pick up the new Nightbringer model too. That is a very cool model. Cool looking model that I want to paint. Any cool new lore since September? I mean, Titus is captain again. From the bottom of the foot. Yeah, I saw the 500 Worlds thing and the announcement of a total of 440k. Yeah, what sucks though is that Chiron got killed off. Chiron was cool. Killed him off to a gene stealer swarm. Well, I don't know if it was a swarm. He just got killed by gene stealers. And I think it's funny too with the Galadriel painting that they had for like the Galadriel art piece they had. He looks baked out of his mind. It's funny. No, they were not Eldari gene stealers. They were just gene stealers. I'm hoping for Space Marine 2 they do something cool with it. Eldar gene stealers. Nah. Where was it? Finish that. Oh yes, the Weta Workshop miniatures. The $1,200 statues. I just want Tyberos the Red Wake to not be legends. Please, GW, just give him an updated model. Come on. You know you want to. Give him an updated model for Black Library. Something. Come on. If you do that, then I'll buy a Raven Guard army if you have to play him as Raven Guard. Although technically it's just going to be a bunch of Terminators and Assault Intercessors and Jump Pack Assault Intercessors. And cobbled together armor marks. Cringe handy. What do you mean cringe? Okay, let's see. That looks good. No, they do have Primaris Carcharodons. They just don't have a specific, like, miniature line. Because the only Carcharodon's character was thrown into Legends. Because fuck us, I guess. Seems you want to play Raven Guard. I just want to play Carcharodons, so I can also use my sweet kit bash I did. Maybe you can play him in Total War 40k. Probably not. Ah, memories. My original background starting music when I got my VTuber model. Original loading screen. And then I made a better one. I need to get a new VTuber model too eventually. Maybe this year. Oh my god, VTuber models are expensive now. Yeah. Although I Wraith Knight in my grave pile along with the Crimson Hunter, I am bunkers. I mean, I have almost every single Imperial Knight and a Warlord Titan on my pile of shame. It will get painted eventually, maybe sometime this year, hopefully. Really hoping sometime this year, if I'm going to be honest. Open commissions, then buy the new VTuber avatar. God, no. VTuber thing couldn't be as expensive as first source case. Then to make your own. Me no good digital artist. Me only good artist with paintbrush. And miniature. Plus also you don't use Blender. You're thinking of a 3D model for a VTuber. I'm talking about live 2D like what I have right now. God dang it. Another stupid freaking microfiber. Get off my miniature, you bastard. I just remembered I need to order more neoprene gloves too. I'm out now. Ah, yippee, there's a freaking dried up blob of paint. In 2D in Blender, you just make it a 3D subtract dimension. Nah, I think I just hire someone to do it for me. And of course, be a Dark Angel Shadow sort of X responses to make it more marine-like ye. God damn it, another freaking microfiber. What the fuck? Oh my god. Microfibers. Paintbrush, you little bastards. Ah, motherfucker. Jonathan Long, thank you for the YouTube subscribe. Ugh. Bottom base UVs for mechanical connections. One more coat right here. Okay, there we go. I think that's a good stopping point for the night. Did you have to get up early to go to training club tomorrow? Oh, yeah, painted all the base metallics, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I have. Oh boy, so that means next Wednesday is gonna be painting the bright silver, the silver trim, yippee, and there isn't that much of that either, woohoo. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats, thank you for the memberships. This is just a reminder, if you want to watch the new video on YouTube, it is available right now for YouTube members. And Denmark going to bid you good night. Yep, later. And then the new video is going to be live for everyone on Sunday at 10:45 a.m. EST. So I want everyone to have a good rest of their time zone wherever they may be in the world. And I will see you all on Wednesday, unless I am going to be doing a community day on Monday in the Discord server. Goodbye, everyone.